Well, hello everyone. I am back again with another Tagalong Tuesday. Today I'm still working in my prompt book and I'm choosing 10 cards from this stack. I think it's the same one that we did last week. So choosing 10 and 2, 1 or 2 to switch when I don't like the card that I draw. And so let's start in this little journal. You see that the page that we did last year is there, and I'm just flipping it over. The first one, it goes a little bit quick. I did do a very tight edit on this video. It took me 53 minutes. So the first said use little stamps. So these are stamps from Art by Marlene. She has a whole sheet of mark making stamps, and some of them are very small, as you can see. So I just stamp randomly with the little stamps on my page. I know, just like the last time, I probably go over it with all kinds of stuff, so I don't really have a idea on what I'm doing. So that card said plak er een afbeelding op. That means just put on an image. So I chose two of these images. The bird is already cut out, but the other one I still need to fussy cut that one. So I'm doing that here. It's very thin magazine paper. I'm using my gel medium and I only have gloss left, so that's what I'm using. I could use a glue stick or whatever you've got on hand, but I thought I'm going to glue with the gel medium because I don't know what's coming next, and I wanted to adhere quite well. So I'm gluing down the bird except for its head, because that little flap that you see, you can put something in it. It's an envelope. So I thought that I would do something with it. The third one said make circles. So I've got this beautiful greenish color. I really love those paints from Diane Weekly, I think she's called. And this is a very nice green color, and I'm using the lid of that bottle to make my circles with. So first I'm starting out with a little sponge because I wanted to keep it nice and clean and a tight circle. Don't know why. Normally I don't do that. I just do. And I don't care if it gets messy, but the images are so pretty, so I didn't want to ruin it all. But then it takes too much time, so I switched to my normal self and I just put the lid through the paint and then stamp with it. And well, that's what the card said, make circles. So I took about 7 or 8, I think, I don't know. So this one said you need to put some paint down, use a stencil, and then use a baby wipe to lift off the paint from your page again. I hope I explained it well. This is one of my favorite techniques. I use it a lot, not only with baby wipe but with a tissue as well, and really liking it. So I'm just putting that color that I had. I just diluted it a little bit because it was getting dry, and I am just using a brush to go over my page and put the green paint down. I use it to shade a little bit, so to make the bird stand out a little bit more. Fiddling with the page, don't know why. And then I go through it with my baby wipe. The baby wipe is very wet, so if you press it too hard, then the moisture in the baby wipe will will come on your page. That's it. It will be too wet. It will get mushy and smeary, and well, so I try to press not too hard. If you like it, by all means do it, but normally before I start a project I take 1 or 2 baby wipes out and I let them to dry a little bit. So when I do this technique, as I said, I do it often, I don't have a baby wipe that's too wet. So you can see it looks very pretty. Okay, on to the next one. This says let it flow. And it really doesn't matter how you do it, but you have to let it flow. So I use acrylic ink. I do have a few bottles, neon colors, and I don't use them that much. I hardly use them. So I thought I was going to use that yellow one. It was not on the page yet, except for that little orange part that has yellow in it. So I thought, okay, that will do. Um, and I'm using water to dilute it a little bit and let it run a bit more. And I'm careful with my with the middle, with the spine of my book. So I'll just lift the excess off, and then I go in again. And then I thought, okay, I'm just going to let it go where it needs to go. And I just use my spray bottle just to water it down, and it has a little bit of a foam, so I need to spread it around a bit. And then I use a baby wipe just to lift off the excess and dry it with my heat gun really good. So that one says scratch in paint. So I'm using, this is a Dina Wakley one as well, and I think it's called Carnation. It has, it is a pastel color, and it's opaque as you can see. So I put it on that little flap, and I scratch with the back of my brush birds flying high from the song from what you were called? Oh, that very pretty man, Michael Bublé. Bubbly? Oh, he's very bubbly in my eyes. Anyway, so I thought, okay, then that's done. If I do something to that flap, it will come in handy if it's already painted. And then I use my palette knife and my back of my brush to go in the paint that I just put on. You can see where I put the carnation color down. That one says use crayons and gel medium. So I'm using my neon colors. I've got a neon colors and a few from oh, I'm so bad with names. Jane Davenport. And I'm choosing a color palette that matches my page, but are not the colors that are already on the page. Well, I thought I would use it, but I changed my mind, as you can see. So I've got a pinkish color, a brown, and a bluish one, and I'm just going over the page. The card said gel medium, so I'm using that, but you could use water as well, as if you don't have any gel medium. I like using gel medium because it doesn't get that wet. You have a bit more control where it's going, as you can see. And well, not specific reason why I should gel medium. It's just it stood on that little card, so that's why I did it. And I am going over it with the gel medium and just shading a little bit more because I put that light color on it, so needed to be cleaned up just a little bit and getting back that shading. You can see if you just clean your brush on your page, you get a very light transparent color on your page. And I'm going in with that bluish green one as well, and the pink again. Just lighten up a few of the dark colors and then go in with gel medium to spread it around. I do have a bit of a squeaky voice, I'm sorry for that, but I'm not sick, but I'm a little bit under the weather. So my voice is going all places. Well, here I have used the stencil. You saw that the card didn't say that, but I used the freedom to do that anyway. And then I thought, oh, that little flap, I don't like it. I don't know what to do with it. So I didn't want to cut it off whole because the head of the bird is close to the edge of the page, and I didn't like that much. If I cut that piece off entirely, then the head will be too close to the page. So that's why I made a little tab out of it, so it looks better that way. So we get to the last cards. I think we have 2 to go. So this one says pencil. Well, that's very easy. You can choose whatever you like. This is my super duper electric a pencil sharpener. Really love it. My friend had one and I thought, okay, I need that one. So I'm using a Stabilo All because I can move it around with water, gel medium, whatever is wet. And I'm just going to shade just a little bit more, and then of course I need a black edge on my page. So I can leave it like that, but I can use, as I said, water, or in this case gel medium. This is a fluid gel medium, a very thin one, so I can move the color around. And then another one, oh, choose a color that is not already there. So I use white. This is gesso mixed with water. You can use white acrylics with water, white acrylics with gel medium, with a flow improver, whatever rocks your boat. You can use whatever you have. Just splatter white on it. There is a little bit white in the bird, but I didn't notice that, so I chose white. It needed a bit of a sparkle because it was getting too dark, and that's not what I wanted. So I'm just spreading, and you can't see it, but I'm I think 1.5 meters away from my desk, because if I do this technique I splatter myself as well. My clothes, my face, my hair, everything is with spatter, so try to be as careful as I can. Now I'm using some words. These are from Dina Wakley's as well, and I really liked the way this was going. So and then I think I dried it quite well between every step. I dried everything, so just fiddling with that page. And then the last card, I didn't show you that. I think it said use black and white. That's the card that I took before I put the letters on, the words. So the black is obviously I'm just marking the words, and a white, I put some white dots in the eyes of the bird. Well, this is it. I hope you liked it, everyone, and thank you for watching again. And if you like, leave a thumbs up, and I will see you next time, and I hope next Tuesday for another tag along. Have a good summer, have a nice holiday, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.